Hi, friend.
Hi, friend. Are you ready?
Ready for what?
To level up.
Okay, girl, let's get started. Let's go. Hi, friends. Welcome to another episode of Level Up with Raman and Alysha.
Hi, everyone. Hope you're having an amazing day. Today on our podcast, we'll be talking about living in the moment and how most people can't.
Yeah. So, Raman and I were casually talking about things we do in the moment. I think we've talked a lot about motivation here. So basically, living in the moment can be really hard as you go through your day-to-day task. If you're hustling like Raman and I are with our side businesses and then still working a 9 to 5 and still trying to fit in hubby, boyfriend, family, quality time, it can be forgetful to live in the moment,
Yeah. A lot of people, I feel like, especially with our busy lives, can't live in the moment. And I feel like that's when we go to, this sounds bad, but when we go to, these third world countries and we go on vacation and we see, their mood is so different. They are just so much more relaxed. And, people can say they're on island time or they're, in their island mindset. But I also think they're, living in the moment because they may not have as many stresses and, daily responsibilities as we do.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more with you. That is so absolutely true. And I think, we also forget that we don't need to do something so big and amazing to make it live in the moment or Instagram worthy. But it's that our generation and the younger generations to come are all about TikTok and Instagramming it and vlogging it and putting it on YouTube and everywhere, that we forget the little things in life. So, for example, I forget too. Raman forgets too. We all do. Yeah. Raman is a lot better at turning off her phone though than I am. I've noticed that. When she's out with Tim, that's it. She doesn't know you. Yeah, her phone is dead to the world and it will stay like that. And I have to give her kudos on that. Now that I'm married, I do find that sometimes I forget to live in the moment with my hubby, and he's all for living in the moment all the time. So, I was just telling you that we got our HelloFresh box in on Monday, and my husband was like, oh, let's just go ahead and make it now. And I was like, oh, no, it's fine. I don't want to. And he's like, why not? And then I thought about it for a minute. I was like, yeah, this is kind of like date night. This is what we can do as a date night. Mm-hmm. Cook together, read the instructions, and work together. And we actually ended up having such a fun time. We played some music, didn't have our phones on us, and we just cooked for that hour. And it was a lot of fun. And I felt like that was living in the moment, and that I forget that it's the little things too that make it living in the moment.
I feel like you could have very easily seen that as a tedious chore that you were I think you did at the beginning, right?
I did.
And you're like, oh, we have to do this. But then realizing that if it is something you're doing with your significant other and still having a good time doing it, you could... That's a fun memory now versus a chore that we did that we don't really give that much attention to.
Exactly. And, that's exactly what it was. I thought of it as a chore of something I didn't really want to do. And we ended up making it fun. So even something as small as that, maybe laundry can be fun and cleaning the house together. It could be anything really. But let's not forget to live in the moment because, life is so short that we don't know what tomorrow holds. And look, we just came out of a 2-year pandemic. Globally, everyone was stuck in this pandemic. And I'm sure a lot of people question, will we ever go back to normal life? Will we ever go back to traveling and seeing our loved ones and doing all the things we used to do? We took a lot for granted prior to the pandemic. And I think the pandemic was a great way for us to remember that, you're taking life for granted. And whether it be the environment or doing something as simple as going for a walk outside and hugging someone, just something so simple.
I can picture some of our listeners right now saying well, how am I supposed to live in the moment when I'm stressed out about my bills and my finances and work is stressing me out and my boss sucks and, and it's true. I do think there's a lot of things that distract us from living in the moment and it does, a lot of it have to do with our stressful, busy life. So it's how do you live in the moment when your brain literally can't catch a break from your everyday stresses? And I think that people have to find... I do think it's something that you have to work on as well. I don't think it's something that can just wake up and live in the moment. Because I know sometimes I try to not be stressed. But, we can't help it. It is what it is. You're going to feel stressed. But it's what is going to make you appreciate today, right?
Yeah. And
what did you do today that made it a good day.
Yeah, exactly. So the other thing is, thinking of kids, I don't know if you hear this a lot, but as we get older, they're always saying, go back to your kid self because that was when you were probably the happiest. And if you look at children, they know how to live in the moment. They know how to embrace that moment and take it all for it has. Yeah. As adults don't. We think about 5 million other things that can go wrong or 5 other million things we have to do in that moment. Yeah. And we never just soak it up and breathe it in.
Yeah. I feel like people don't appreciate time enough.
Yeah.
Like, time is so valuable. And I know sometimes, like, and I'm guilty. Actually, no, I was guilty of this before. Now I feel like I don't have enough time in the day to get all the shit done. True. But, people will be like, oh, well, there's always tomorrow, right? Yeah. So, oh, I had a bad day. It's okay. I'll have a better day tomorrow. Or I didn't do my stuff. Or I didn't go to that place. And, like, I'm guilty of that. How many times did I wish I went to that place and then it rained after every other time I tried to plan it? So, sometimes you're like, shit, I kind of wish I just lived in the moment and did what I wanted to do then, because you really might not get that opportunity again.
It's so true. And like those movies that come out where the person has the same day over and over again to learn something from it, to change
like
it.
50 First Dates.
Yeah, like, and it serves a purpose at the end of the point, like to say that, like, how could you have done this better or done it differently? And I feel like if we had to live a day over and over again, something would stand out of maybe we're doing something wrong. Maybe you're not taking that time for yourself. Recently, someone said to me, they start their morning with meditation before prayers, like before listening to Bach. And that's like a prayer that, Punjabi people listen to. And I found it interesting because she was like, I start off with meditation because before God, before my family, there's me. Yeah. And if I don't take care of me, nobody else will.
I really like that.
Yeah, and that's been sticking with me lately. Yeah. Because I was like, that's so true. Because we always think, oh, God first, because you always have to thank God for your next day or thank the universe, for what you have today. But we never think about us.
Yeah, if you're not doing okay, God's not going to do anything for you.
Nor is the universe.
Yeah, 100%. Like, what you reflect out is what's going to get reflected back in. And if you are just going to be negative Nancy, then I'm sorry. Then negativity is going to follow your way too.
It's true.
I feel like, and we talk about this a lot, that people go on vacation to escape and find their peace, or like have a moment to R&R. And I feel like to live in the moment, right? Like, how many times we've done this before? We're guilty of this pre-pandemic. Now, like, I do appreciate every time that we have here as well, because I'm like, I can't just wait on a vacation to live in the moment. I need to live in the moment now. But I feel like I've heard it so much. We've said it before too, that like, oh, I'm going to go on vacation and just live in the moment, and I'm going to enjoy every single little piece, and I'm not going to use my phone, and I'm not going to do this. But why do we like do this only when we feel like we need to go on vacation? Like, why can't you live in the moment in every day of your life?
It's true.
Right? People go through traffic and they get road rage and it ruins their whole day. And then they forget what the bigger picture is. Yeah. You get like little distractions kind of take you away from living in the moment.
I couldn't Raman on the vacation part. You and I talk about going to the beach and just being in that moment of taking in the water, the sun, and the people we're around, or listening to the waves and just embracing those few hours you're at the beach. What's a few hours off your phone and worried about work or stressed out about whatever it is that's going on in your life? It actually has been proven in a lot of articles that your health will, like, you'll live a lot longer if you take more time out for yourself, they say.
Oh, yeah. Technology, like, the thing is, we can sit on our phone and be on Instagram and TikTok for 2 hours easily.
I
could do it.
Me too. I've done it.
Yeah, I could literally sit for hours and, and then you're just like, oh crap, like time just went by, and then you're just like, what did I do? Yeah. Like, what did I really do with my day?
I just wasted my time.
Yeah, versus like, especially when you like go for a walk and then you really, like, how they say you shouldn't like be on your phone when you go for a walk? Yeah. Like, then you're basically staring down and you're not looking at nature, the world around you.
The birds, the
even
sky.
Even if it's just people watching.
Yeah.
But you're in the moment. I love people watching too.
Me too.
But like, at least you're in the moment. You're looking at your surrounding. You're like, what's going on? I hate. And those that know me and are my friends and Know me, I hate when people are on their phone at the table. If I'm out for dinner with somebody.
Yeah, I agree. That's a pet peeve of mine too. And a lot more restaurants are doing this thing where they're having a place for you to put your phone because they say you'll enjoy your dinner so much better without your phone. And honestly, that's mine and Amit's rule. You know, we put our phones down face down and we have dinner together. You know, I just think it's really disrespectful if you're out to dinner on a nice patio and you're on your phone.
Or like respond to your messages after. Oh my God, if I see somebody, and I am that person, if I see somebody on Instagram while I'm at a dinner table with them, I will literally call them out.
I could, like, honestly, so...
I will punk that person. I will literally be like, oh, so I took time out of my day to come have dinner with you, and you're on Instagram, you're doing something that you could literally be doing at any other time in your life, and you are choosing... oh my God, I can't even... That will have to be another topic because I
do you know what pisses me off? It's very similar, but those people that sit there and have to take a million pictures of themselves.
Yeah.
So did I tell you about the time we went to Cactus Club and we saw this poor couple? Well, the poor guy.
I think you told me this before.
Okay, have I told our followers?
I don't think so you should share that one.
Okay, so we went to Cactus Club, my brother and our friend, and we are pretty tight-knit, us three were like siblings, so we went to eat, and what ended up happening is we're sitting there and I'm watching behind them and they're like, what are you looking at? And I'm like, okay, so this girl and guy, they must be in a relationship, just sat down, and they're pretty young still too, and the girl is posing in every position possible for this man to take a picture of her, and she even goes to the point of making him get out of his seat so she can sit in his seat. So they played like dancing chairs 3 times. True. And then, like, her drink comes and his drink comes and they're still taking pictures. Yeah. And it's like, they're not sitting there in the moment. You can see on his face, he's completely annoyed and bored. Yeah. She doesn't seem to give a shit. She's still asking him to take pictures to the point that these guys came after us, that they finished dinner before us.
Oh, wow.
And so, like, we see them and they're still outside taking pictures. He's still taking pictures of her.
Oh my God.
And it's like the entire evening, she must have had like maybe 400 pictures of herself,
it's
guaranteed.
Like, did you have a real conversation?
I didn't see them conversate.
Yeah, like did you know?
I didn't see a smile on his face once. I didn't see anything there. All I saw was her take pictures and have him take her pictures. And I even made a comment, someone save him. Like, as we walked down the stairs, they could hear us, and we said, we feel bad for him, to give her a clue, like, girlfriend, you have something good. You probably have a great guy who was willing to sit through all that for you and do all of that for you, but you're such an idiot.
Yeah, you were just like not in the moment. Like, what's the point of going out to dinner?
And that's how people lose something good.
Yeah.
And they don't realize it.
So one that I saw on Instagram, I don't know if you've seen this one, but I love it. It's like a proposal. And the girl, she's like, and then she pulls out her phone and she's literally like, he's on his knee and she's pulling out her phone and she's like trying to open it to like take a video. And first of all, there's plenty of other cameras out there. You don't need your camera. And he literally took her phone out of her hand and threw it. And he's like, I'm asking you to marry me, girl. Like, but he just literally, I love that one. Cause I'm like, girl, the guy is proposing to you and your first instinct is to pull out your phone.
Yeah.
Like, there's already tons of people recording it. Like, don't worry, you'll get a video.
It always makes you wonder, are people doing it for themselves or for the gram?
I feel like, people who might not be able to live in the moment might be like doing it for the gram.
I do too. And I've heard a lot of people say that, and it really pisses me off. I hate when people say I'm doing it for the gram. I know too many people in my life that say it. Yeah. And if you're listening, listen, girls and boys, maybe it's time to change that, because honestly, you need more purpose to your life than the gram.
Yeah.
Okay? When you have kids crying, or if you choose to get married and you're walking down the aisle, take those moments in. They say a picture can last a lifetime. Absolutely. But so can the memories that you're going to be sitting on your deathbed and reflecting back on will be those memories. It's not going to be the pictures in your phone.
100%. You need to be in the moment to actually enjoy these things, because those moments will be a lot more valuable than that picture on Instagram. Like, who cares?
100%.
Alysha, I think us adults can learn a lot from kids because they really are living in the moment. I remember when we were young, and do you remember when we were not scared of getting wet or getting our hair ruined in the rain? I remember not giving a fuck about any of those things, and now it's like, my hair! And
It's so true.
yeah, but sometimes you really do, like, not the other day, it's been like 2 weeks now, but Ranveer was like outside in the rain and like dancing and in the puddles, and all the kids so all the mothers were under the umbrellas, and then all the kids are like in the puddles.
Yeah, because don't you know what's going on Peppa Pig?
Oh yeah,
the muddy puddles.
Wasn't it Cardi B who was mad at Peppa Pig
Yeah.
because she's like, my daughter wants to jump
Every
in puddles.
child wants to jump in a muddy puddle right now.
Yeah, I don't know about that one, Peppa Pig. You might have fucked up there. But
Maybe we all need a Peppa.
But there's no water need to be in there when you put dirt and mix muddy puddles.
So we got our little Ranveer here, Raman's
who's
nephew.
advocating Peppa Pig and like
Yeah,
justifying why she is
all for Peppa Pig over here.
Because they're brown.
brown mud. Anyways.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, just like our little kiddo over here, we feel like we do need to live in the moment.
Yeah.
Yeah?
You agree?
Do you love life?
Yeah.
See? We're living the wrong part of life, guys.
Yeah.
We're seriously living the wrong part of life.
5.
Oh my God. But yeah, we just, we wanted to take this opportunity to kind of tell everybody that,
And remind everyone.
and remind everybody.
To remind everyone, stop before you pull out that phone, take a moment, and just live in that moment.
And I think about the other person as well.
Yeah. Whether
Because-
you're in a relationship, you're married, or you're with your friends.
Yeah, I think it's very disrespectful to the other person who might be trying to live in the moment, but you're kind of preventing it. And I think for most importantly, your peace of mind. I feel like, a lot of us, I say this all the time that I wish I was good at meditation and stuff like that, because I think people are able to kind of center themselves better if they are good at meditation.
Yeah.
But for most of us, we're not good at meditation. Let's be real.
No.
We try. We want to be those people, but we're
Yeah.
not, right?
Exactly.
But since we can't, the least we could do for ourselves is take that time out, be in the moment. If you're at the dinner table, put your phone away, have that real conversation, check in with your friend, see how they're doing. And whether you're stuck in traffic, play a song that, might kind of cheer you up.
Listen to an audiobook.
Oh my God, that's like a whole nother topic that I feel like, when you're stuck, like what to do when you're stuck in traffic, like ways to distract your brain.
Yeah.
But there's so much that you can do to live in the moment. And I know there are, obviously stresses and daily responsibilities that prevent us from doing so. But just even taking that 5 minute out and really enjoying that moment, I feel like it's gonna...
Having your morning coffee outside in your backyard just to embrace the sun.
Or
Something
in the
as
backyard.
simple. Or like stretch for 7 minutes in the morning outside. Just something so small yet easily done.
Like have a moment with your family, your kids, maybe your significant other, and just be appreciative for what you have. Because I think when you do live in the moment, you do appreciate your life a bit more too.
Thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in and listening as always. If you're not already following Raman and I on Instagram, please do at Level Up with Raman and Alysha. And speaking of living in that moment, take a moment to read some of our quotes because it might help you get through the day you're having. We post quotes almost weekly just for, you guys to read. So we hope we can bring you some happiness or some insight in your life. And if you have any concerns, suggestions, or would like us to do a topic, please email us at ramanandalysha@gmail.com.
Thank you, everyone. Have a fantastic day.
Bye.